Namaskar, viewers. I'm Vibhuti Jha. This is Sanatan World. And today we are going to talk about it even more aggressively than I have talked before. So, before I start, I wanted to say please like, subscribe, and support our channel and give your feedback. It matters. Today is a very important moment to talk about Mr. Mohan Bhagwat ji coming to America. Remember, Mohan Bhagwat ji is coming to America to set right the image and impression of RSS as RSS celebrates its 100 years at the same time when America is celebrating its 250 years of independence. This is very critical. You know what? I know RSS. I'm not a member of RSS, never have been. But as a Hindu, as a nationalist, as a lover of India, I have always been very close to its ideology in terms of what the truth is. This is very critical for everybody to understand. 100 years ago, when RSS was set up, it was set up to protect the Rashtra. It is called Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. It's the largest voluntary organization in the world performing seva. This is another beautiful word in our philosophy, seva. So this is critical for the world to understand. Why his visit is critical is because there is an image built around RSS as if it is a paramilitary organization of evil Hindutva forces. And this is important. When somebody asked me, what is RSS? Is this a militant organization? And I said, hey, I'm not a member of RSS. I'm a Hindu. Do I look such a die-hard killer to you? It's not. It's an organization of volunteers who commit their life to serve the country. That's a very important distinction to make. Unlike any other organization in the world, this is the misconception or the false impression. I would rather say not misconception. The false messaging about RSS started from the fact by the Congress party, Nehru Gandhi, as if blaming Hindutva as a problem for India. That was the entire motive of the Gandhi Nehru clan. They are still doing it. Remember when Nathuram Godse assassinated Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi? It was blamed on RSS doing it. Whereas Nathuram Godse was probably one of the rare cases of lone wolf operating. It was not an RSS sanctioned assassination. But the Congress party played its game in such a manner that Congress party resorted to violence against RSS and many Brahmins in Maharashtra and many parts of the world. Ever since then, since the Nehru was the prime minister and education minister, they have painted RSS as an evil, as if a Hindutva, as if it is against minorities. Yeah, it did start against protecting the Rashtra against the British humiliations and the rule. That's no doubt about that. But it doesn't mean it is against Christians. It was about protecting Bharat and Hindu. This is important to know. It doesn't claim that it is a Hindu party. It doesn't claim there is no Hindu mention in its agenda. It's Rashtra. Rashtra means nation. And if you love your nation, you get branded as nationalists, not secularists. So this is the background in which Mr. Mohan Bhagwat ji is coming here. Before his arrival here, there were several visits of many senior functionaries. I attended a couple of them in Long Island. And the messaging was very clear that RSS image is so badly painted that if they do not fix it, the narrative will continue to deteriorate and become even more evil. So, Mr. Bhagwat ji, when you are coming here, I'm not going to talk about RSS and the voluntary work that they do in India, and enormous voluntary work. Every single volunteer deserves our recognition, our gratitude for what they do for the organization and for Bharat as a country. But there are a few things that I wanted to say it to Mohan Bhagwat ji personally, in my personal individual capacity. I'm not speaking like as if I'm a pracharak myself or whatever. But the important part here is you are coming to America. Remember certain fundamentals of communication, and that's key because you're coming to a country where there is already a view being created that this particular event must be banned and closed down because RSS is an anti-Christ, anti everybody else other than Hindus. It's some kind of an evil organization. So Mohanji, when you are coming here, it is very important to bear in mind that you will not get the second chance to make the first impression. And the first impression is already established here, being made that you are and the RSS is some kind of an evil. So you have to correct that. You have to tell them that the messaging has to be very accurate, very simply worded, and conveyed in a manner with a theme. Words matter, words change minds, and minds move mountains. And your responsibility is to move the minds of many to proper assessment and proper respect and regard for RSS. Having said that, I also wanted to say that there will be significant opposition from amongst Hindus who are communists, socialists, Islamists, Marxists, you name them, cockroaches, and everybody else, including many Congress people who will be here to create a ruckus. And I'm sure you are a past master, you will not fall for it. But what I wanted to tell you is a few things. One is less is more is a very remarkable messaging in communication. Less is more. If you do not have to say more than necessary, do not utter a single word that is unnecessary because these people, the media here, will be hounding for you. They will pick up a word here or a word there, and in these digital era, they can create a furor of communication which you never said or never meant. So the other part is very important. You say only what you mean because you will not get the second chance. That's what I was referring to earlier on, to give explanations. If in messaging, in your speeches in Madison Square Garden, in California, in Canada, everywhere else, when you are saying, measure your words in such a manner that you do not have to explain, nor do your lieutenants or pracharaks have to say, he didn't mean that, he meant this. That's the narrative control that you want to have it in your voice, in your words, and all about yourself. Your messaging is your message. And that's what is important to bear in mind. In this digital era, there will be enough people to say, I told you so. He was like that. So be careful about whatever you say, make it very clear. And it has to be very measured. And I'm 100% sure you have any number of wise, smart people within your own sansthan to give you proper speeches to be made, certain thematic perceptions to be conveyed. And that is critical. This is your golden chance to reach out to the Western world, America particularly, where people are already lining up to malign you. And this is what I wanted to say to you. The other part, which is very critical, that never, ever, never, ever, and this is something which I believe in and I have practiced it, never allow your strength to be made as a vulnerable element. To give you an example, what I mean by that, there are 10 million uh, Indians working in the Gulf area. There are approximately 4 or 5 million in America, right? And we are a targeted lot. These people are your support. They are not your vulnerable elements. This is very important to understand. So if we are to worry about that, I have 10 million people of Indian origin working in the Gulf area and 5 million or so Indians working in America, oh, we have to take care of them and we should not say or do anything that hurts their interest. I don't want you to worry about that. These are your strength. We are your spokespeople. We are going to fight for you after you have left. So the point of the matter is, this is your pillar of strength. I am going to say, if you do, say, for example, Middle East leaders, I would say there are 10 million Indians living in Gulf. If you hurt them and they leave, guess who is going to fill your place? That's the strength, not vulnerability. The final thing that I wanted to say in this short messaging is, there are certain sayings, they need to be elaborated upon in an appropriate manner. I have a personal take on this. When you are moving around with a thematic appreciation for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, it's beyond family. In the God given world, God made life. God made life. Every single life form is God's creation, if you believe in that. If you believe in evolution, that's somebody else's problem. But if God created all of us, He did create everybody equal. We live by the energy of the sun. Otherwise, we would be dead in an ice age kind of a situation. If there were no water, we will die dehydrated in 7 days' time. If there was no air, the invisible air, nobody will survive even for a nanosecond. And then there is gravitational pull of the earth that keeps us stuck to the earth. There is earth and there is space. That's universally common for everybody. In my interpretation of things, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam means exactly that, that everybody in the universe lives by these life sustaining forces given by the Almighty or the Creator or whoever it is. That is the messaging to be done. Family is a loose translation of that. And I sincerely urge you, Mohan Bhagwat ji, Sarsanghchalak ji, to correct that messaging. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is a much more glorious concept than just being a family. Not to not to say that family is less of a unit, but a family is an ever evolving unit. You know, so that's what is important to know, and also convey Satyamev Jayate, and that's the truth. Life and life sustaining forces are the truth. The apple and bananas are same everywhere, same nutrients as well. So nobody has been able to change that. That's the universal truth that the people must understand. That globally, everywhere, female females take 9 months to deliver a biologically normal child. Nobody's religion has been able to change that equation. This is very critical. And in my opinion, you must also point out, neither RSS nor any Hindu nor any Indian has ever said, destroy America, death to America, or we will change America to a Hindu Rashtra. We don't do that. We never had that philosophy. We believe in live and let live. Live and let live, a famous statement that is part of a James Bond movie as well. This is what is important to know. So, Mr. Bhagwatji, you are coming to New York. I may be there, I may not be there. I have the ticket to come for that event, but I wish you all the best. I wish all the Hindus well. I wish every nationalist well. I wish Bharat Rashtra well. And I say every Indian must celebrate this occasion. There are people who will make bogus accusations. That has to be handled the way it comes. But we are your strength, and we derive strength from you and from the organization called RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, the world's largest volunteer organization doing seva. And that's the messaging that has to go to the people of America who don't know you. There are more people of Indian origin who are trying to create a bhavanda because of your visit. They are trying to create a chaos on your mention. Oh, that Hindutva guys. That we are nice people, we are good people, we mean well, is the messaging that must go out. And this is your golden opportunity to put RSS on the world map in its 100 years of celebration. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. Safe journey. great interactions, and we are very proud of you coming here. Thank you very much. Satyameva Jayate is my theme. With these words, I'd say Namaskar.